interested in answering the question, but Charlie can figure it out. Rivers, quads.
Any way that makes a noise.
It's an ace! And hits it! He hits it again!
What's up, poker fans? Welcome back to another Black Cash Poker video, where we bring you the best highlights and moments of the most entertaining poker events. Before getting into it, we would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos consistently.
8 players remain, just one will have his name etched on the Millions trophy, and that one will take home $1 million. Jamie, as we see, Charlie Carrel enters the final day of this tournament with a 13 big blind lead on the field. Is his edge even a little bit bigger than that?
They couldn't clean the avocado out in time.
Here are a couple kings for Charlie under the gun. And queens for Rastislav right behind him. Bad news for Rastislav Paleta. Thinks he's in a great spot versus a Charlie open.
For sure, this is kind of brutal. Even though Charlie's opening under the gun,
right.
he definitely is the widest.
13 million.
The 3-bet is to 13 million.
Fold, fold.
Ooh, we see Lucas folding a queen.
Fold.
How much you sell it?
Rastislav not interested in answering the question, but Charlie can figure it out.
Hold on.
Call. It is only
The all-in in the call.
call.
Kings for Charlie Carrel. Queens for Rastislav Paleta.
Charlie's got kings against queens, obviously.
I say obviously, when he can still win.
Charlie's got kings.
Oh, Sam.
I'm not sure you're allowed to moan in the suck out.
Rastislav's tournament life on the line.
I was like, ah, here comes Charlie, raising under the gun. He's waiting up, sound his hands. How unlucky is this guy? There's 3-bet called sixes here against you. There we go, boom.
Top comes Jack 7-6, a safe one for Charlie's Kings. Can he find the other one? Not here on the turn. He'll need it on the river, or he's out in 8. It is the 3 of clubs. That'll do it for Rastislav Paleta.
Unlucky, boss. Very unlucky, very unlucky. Well played.
We have to balance that hand on the table.
Except when he's against kings.
We balance our table range, I like that. I'll do the bluffs and you can have the value bets.
Roberto will open with Queen 10 of spades.
Jeff now shopping for it online
where
for me. I
is it?
appreciate it.
15 million.
I mean, you can tank, get angry, and fold, I guess. That's your other
true.
option.
Lays it down. Receives the smirk from Charlie as Charlie receives his chips. He'll just limp in again. Carrel calls in a small blind. Checks. Grafton sees an ace in the window. Comes all hearts. Charlie the only one with a heart.
Check.
Severin with bottom pair.
Sam checking if either of his black cards is a heart. Got to balance your flush draw checking
Absolutely.
range, right?
Pretty sure that he was pretty sure he had the ace-8 of clubs.
Yes.
Ooh, another 6 comes on the turn. Severin turns trip sixes.
Charlie thinking about representing it. Much more likely the blinds would have a 6 than, you know what, I'm not even sure. Sam would be limping some 6s, right? He just limped, he could have.
Yeah. Severin not only facing this 14 million chip bet here, but notes something might be coming on the river. Although Charlie looks a little disappointed. Could actually find a heart and does.
Wow.
On the river, the 10 of hearts.
How much do you think?
Charlie's been pretty honest with his facial expressions throughout the course of this hand. Wasn't pleased with the call on the turn. River brings him a heart. It's like, okay, cool.
Check.
Does check. Severin will check back.
My sincerest apologies.
My sincerest apologies.
And now Charlie Carrel has more than a third of the chips in play.
That bite of food costing him probably a few $1,000s in equity here.
He made it sound like it was good, though. He used the word perfection.
Okay.
That might be worth it.
I think it was a good play to decide to eat instead.
Sam flops a jack. Lucas, a couple backdoor draws, has that queen of hearts. We'll check back. That turn is the 10 of hearts. Charlie's extra bite could carry with it a wave of implications. Considering he could have very easily come in with a 3-bet with the ace queen of spades, which would have gotten Sam out of the hand. Instead, Sam's here, flops jacks. Lucas turns a decent sized draw. And it's the jack of hearts on the river. Sam Rivers trips. It's no good against Lucas's flush. Sam will check, 28 million in the middle.
Jack.
Flush is good. Lucas takes another nice pot.
Would have been a decision pre-flop for sure. I feel like Charlie's getting out of line with a lot of bad hands. And his best hands, obviously, like kings he's getting in. But with a hand like ace queen suited, he might actually just have flatted there.
He's going to 3-bet it out of that small blind.
This is the part where I don't even venture a guess at why Sam's doing this, because he's too good at poker.
Yeah, it's a good time to use one, I think.
He's going to throw in a time bank.
How much are you playing?
It's also the first step in what we would call going gangster.
He's got a couple more steps left, to your point.
Well,
He
you
has
do
to
have a
flop
bad hand.
just no
You really
equity
must have a bad hand.
and just barrel straight
How
through it
bad
all.
must your hand be? Wow. Didn't even show. Wow.
A lot of factors that went into that decision.
Clock comes
I hit my
6-6-3. 2 hearts. Good one for
You can
Charlie.
see
says
Sam
it's
smiling under his
range.
hoodie.
Who gets to see bet?
I'm the pre-flop razor, right?
Technically.
17 million in this pot.
8.5.
That's half pot here.
As good as 7s, and then the board came all low like this where Charlie can't even think about folding his hand yet.
Turn 9 of clubs, those 7s still best. Does Sam pump the brakes here? Just 42 million behind. Does slow down and check.
Check.
Goes check, check.
I'm pretty much gonna die laughing after this hand when Sam says, "I thought it folded to me." Because that's like the most likely situation right now,
that is
right?
true. In
That he
small
was
blind
just
versus
trying
big blind,
to
he would
raise
have
the big.
sized it up to 6.5 million. But
It has to be. This is too weird if not.
it is bizarre. We've seen Sam play a little differently today.
12? I have no idea what's going on.
Sam fires again on the river. That time bank grants him another minute at this final
Do it
table.
like 9s, queens or something.
Close. Oh please! This
Oh,
is
wow.
a this is a miss.
Wow, he folds the
Wow.
7s. It gets through with the queen high.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing
Misclick.
to be on a stream and just not even noticing someone's raised.
Yes.
So
Good
embarrassing.
call,
I just
Jamie.
wanna
Like,
get-
I'm so like, why do I do idiot things like that? Like,
I just want to get it out there for people watching the stream that Sam 100% was not angling if you had aces there or whatever, because I know you well enough to know that's 100% not true.
yeah, I
Just in case it looks dodgy.
It does not.
Thank you.
Thankfully, I didn't have aces.
He certainly did not.
And Jamie and I will see you there, right? Keep up
That
our
was-
theme throughout the week. Meanwhile, Charlie opens with 10s in the hijack. Severin with ace-king in the cutoff right behind him. The shove from Severin.
How much? I'm almost definitely calling.
Charlie asks for a count.
30.
Yeah, about 25 big blinds.
Here's the call, and here we go. Fuckman's king 9-5. Three of clubs. River card. It's the 9 of diamonds. Needed that 10 of diamonds.
Gave him a
Was
sweat.
oh so close. Severin calls behind with the king queen.
Asked Charlie if he knew who Prasbansi was the other day. He said he didn't know. Him and Michael Adar. I said my biggest hero in poker, Prasbansi. Him and...
Romain defends in the big with the 9-7. Flop comes 9-7-6, 2 hearts. Top 2 pair for Romain. Top pair for Lucas. Backdoor flush draw for Severin. Romain will lead here.
5 million.
Lucas calls Severin out of the way. Turn is the 5 of hearts. Romain will lead again. Small bet on the turn, 6.5 million. Lucas calls. 4 rolls off on the river.
Difficult spot for Romain right now. His stack is so short compared to the pot that even a little blocker bet is going to be pretty costly, but
5 million.
tiny
This
bet.
is a little blocker bet.
Freezing up Lucas.
Call.
Does make the call. Romain will show the top 2 pair.
Meni to spárovaný, že ne?
Charlie with the ace queen of hearts under the gun.
4 million.
Now it's 60 big blinds.
And it's not that I wanted.
Ooh, Roberto with the ace king of clubs. Things could be turning the wrong way for Charlie Carrel.
Ace, all in.
After losing the flip to Severin Schleser.
I'm gonna need a count.
He's in bad shape against Roberto. Asks
Against
for a
Sam. I would know what to do.
Yeah, I would have trouble ever folding hands this good
Right.
as
I'm definitely
Charlie.
not
for
meant to
less
fold,
than 20 bigs. With the reputation that he has.
I'd be jamming ace jack against Charlie,
Yeah.
and I'd get
There
bad
is
news
the
right
call.
here.
comes Jack 8-6 with 2 clubs. That takes away one of Charlie's outs.
You at least deserve a board pair here for a sweat.
I feel like
For
I
a
do.
sweat for a chop.
I feel like we're almost getting away
2
from
outs for the outright lead. It's the
Got it.
8 of clubs. The board
How much
did
was it?
pair, but Roberto
37.
turns the ace-high flush.
36-7.
You got the needle board pair on the river.
Dude, did I get double ball pair? Sick.
Yep.
Unlucky, Charlie.
Yeah, it's all right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Will raise for most of his stack.
How much are you playing total? And how much?
27.
Sorry?
27.
Charlie with 7s in the small blind.
All in.
The shove from Charlie.
All in.
Severin out of the way. Joseph puts the rest of his chips in.
What did I just say about doubling him up?
Joseph
Shut up, Charlie.
Snejberg against
Did wish him
Charlie
luck.
Carrel.
Yeah, I wish him luck. Said I'd double him up.
One more in
Charlie doubled up Severin in seat 1.
Shooting myself in the
Roberto
foot.
in seat 2. Is it Joseph's time in seat 3? He does flop a jack. 3 of clubs on the turn to knock out Joseph. River is the ace of hearts.
Astounding. Why not? Just, I'll happily pay $300 an hour to hear it, but like, that's neighborhood.
No, you could have took it. No, you're considering
fold.
that, I saw.
It's a good pass versus Roberto Romanello, who's been a little bit on the tighter side and who's raising under the gun.
I guess you're raising to reduce his king and
Season 8 in the window. His 8s are best on the queen 8-5 flop, 2 spades. We'll bet his ace high.
5,500,000.
Severin check calls. Turn is the queen of spades. Roberto turns a flush draw.
That's 14 million.
He will fire again though, betting 14.5 million.
Got that ace of spades in his hand. He'd be opening ace king of spades under the gun too.
Fold.
Severin's gonna fold. The turn bet gets it done. The ace high.
Sorry, always walking in front.
Just limps in. And I'll flop trip deuces. Home crowd can start prepping the celebration for this hand.
Such a stranglehold on this board. You just check back. Hey, it's hard
He
for
does.
Roberto to have any of it.
Roberto has a little something now with the ace on the turn. And checks. Probably thinking he's setting a little trap. Expect that amount to increase. Call from Roberto. River comes 10 of spades.
For 10. Pretty good card on the river. Now a lot of the bad aces are chopping. 8.5.
The snap call from Roberto.
When you have like...
because I thought about the sizing.
Okay. Hold on.
Got stuck in a hand against Charlie Carroll's 7s. Speaking of Charlie Carrel, he's all in. King Queen in the hijack. Joseph has 9s in the small blinds. Ask for a count.
I'm pretty sure it ends in 3.
Joseph.
So I think it's 28-3.
Waves off the count. He says
Oh,
that's
I
good
know.
enough. He shoves. And here we go. 9s for Joseph. King Queen for Charlie Carrel. Out comes Jack Deuce 7. No help for now for the King Queen. Has a backdoor straight draw. For now needs a king or a queen. Turn card is an
Solid.
ace.
Better
Now
than
has
average.
that straight draw.
You're not
Needs
happy
a
with an
king,
ace?
queen, or
Dude, I'll
10
take an ace if I were you.
Trojku, křížovou, děkuji.
or his tournament run is over.
King, queen, or 10. GG.
River card is the 4. That will do it.
That's
From
fine,
chip
GG.
leader
GG.
You ran
just
super
2
bad
hours
there, bro.
ago
Yeah, that's so good. So good. Dude, congrats.
to out in 7th place.
Game.
If you guys would like to see more final table highlights from the biggest events in the world, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, as we do our best to provide highlights on a weekly basis. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
This time he's going to raise it up with the 6-3 off. Joseph makes the call with the ace-10. Out comes ace-8-5. It's going to be more bad news for Roberto in the small blind.
9,500,000.
9.5 million. Sam tipping for the table.
Sam, it's just tip, right?
Yeah, I covered.
Joseph calls, 46 million in the middle. Roberto's like, what am I doing with the 6-3 off?
Hoping not to turn more equity.
Turn is a complete blank. It's a jack. Fires 14.1 million.
For Joseph, though, he can afford to be wrong in this spot. If he is just coolered here, he's still going to be in the tournament.
Sedmička srdcová.
River's 7.
7 srdce.
He does check. Joseph checks as well. Just a 6 high for Roberto. Joseph had it with the ace-10.
6-3 měl.
7.7.
Joseph picks up ace-queen on the button. 2 big stacks might go at it here. Joseph calls on the button with the ace-queen. Romain has the 9-8 of clubs.
So,
23 million behind.
Pretty nice spot to just speculate here.
Absolutely. That's exactly what he will do. 3 players to this flop. Out comes 7-6 deuce with 1 club. Romain flops the open-ended straight draw.
Stop and go. Stop and let's go.
There is the go. Severin asked for a count.
Especially if Joseph folds.
Severin will lay it down.
Now it's on Joseph to decide. And even the
And
ones
he's not really
beat
crushed,
by,
yeah,
if it's just one
in any
pair, you
spots,
still are
yep.
doing okay. You'd expect anything better
He
than
does
one
make
pair.
the call with the ace-queen. It's good for now.
9 open.
For Romain Lewis has plenty of outs.
Takové.
Romain looking for a 10, a 5, a 9, or an 8. It's a 4 spades on the turn. It's a 5!
Getting there on the river every single time since yesterday.
He really has.
To bylo 17-9.
Romain Lewis with the double up. Getting there on the river.
Joseph deciding exactly how out of line do I want to get. I'm not going to raise any two.
There's Romain with the queen jack of hearts and the cutoff.
I'm on it.
Roberto with 9s in the big blind. He calls. And here we go.
With almost the exact same stack and one of them almost surely busting here, there's no harm in the swap.
Romain with slightly more in chips. Ooh, does not take the lead.
It's going to be another river.
It is awfully close.
Can I hit 5 rivers?
If they didn't have a chance to swap pre-flop, they could have done
what,
it
you really
post-flop.
break on the turn?
As you can see, they're about even. Turn card. It's a total blank, 4 of spades. But Jamie, you said it. Romain usually gets there on the river. It's an ace!
Oh my God.
He gets there on the river again!
In 2 days, it has to be 6 or 7 times.
Unbelievable!
Wild.
Can we skip the river from now on when we're playing against Romain?
Just under 46.
Romain has a flair for the dramatic.
8 million.
Going to come in for a min raise.
Looks extremely strong
Right.
on a less than 10 big blind stack. He's trying to get that one last light raise in, try to steal.
That's going to work.
Feraldo, great.
Feraldo, one clapper.
Neil Farrell is
Unfortunately, you're too out of shape to clap your hands in any way that makes a noise. Yeah, was that just the sound of you?
Limpson on the button. Joseph with 5s. Going to shove. Max pressure. Sam has ace queen in the big blind.
Count this. Count it. What? I'm entitled to a count, pause the clock, please.
That's true.
How much left?
110-ish.
The player asks for a count.
Before I
It will
limp,
pause his shot clock.
this is 111. Started the hand with 112. 1.
Sam trying to assess exactly what Joseph is risking here by shoving over Severin's limp. What percentage of his stack it is, how many big blinds it is, see how strong his hand is likely to be. And he
Does put the chips in the middle. And here we go. Sam Grafton's tournament life on the line. Flop comes. Ace in the window. Sam will like to see that. It comes ace 8-8. Ooh, doesn't get there on the turn. It's a king on the river. Grafton
Sorry,
wins
by
the
the way,
flip.
if I sounded harsh there about that, like I just...
But looking for the big win. It's that much closer to it here at the Millions Europe main event final table. Severin's been a little card dead of late. Down to under 100 million. Joseph limps in with the 8-6. Wow, Sam flops trip 10s on a 10-8-10 flop. Joseph has a piece, he has an 8. Goes check, check. Ace rolls off on the turn.
Bit of an action killer.
It's Joseph leading for 4.5 million. Rivers quads. That'll also make Joseph feel a bit more comfortable about his hands. Does check. How much does Sam go for here?
38,000.
Yeah.
That's it.
Goes for almost twice the
I think
pot.
he said 38,000.
Oh no.
He clearly meant to bet 38 million. Just go for the big over bet.
Hopefully they allow intent to stand there because it's obviously meant to be 38 million.
Sam Grafton with quad 10s. Will he get paid off on the river by Joseph's full house?
Covering up his neck.
Okay, Wayne.
He is going to throw the 8 into the muck. Good fold by Joseph.
been a little while since Romain was able to actually have enough chips to open a hand.
True. We'll peel. Comes queen 10-7. Romain flops bottom 2 pair. Josef flops a flush draw. Romain bets 9 million. Josef will check call with that flush draw. Still going to fire here. It's 10.1 million. About a quarter pot size bet.
It's getting 5-1 to try to peel for the spade.
Says forget about peeling. How about a check raise? Makes it 27.5 million. Romain throws it angrily into the muck. Fantastic play from Josef there.
All in.
Lukas will shove the queen jack of clubs in the cutoff.
Cool.
Sam calls quickly with the ace queen. He is in very good shape. More than 125 million chips in the pot. Comes king jack 3. Lukas finds a jack on the flop to all of a sudden put Sam in trouble. Turn card is an 8, no help, just 7 outs for Sam Grafton. He cannot. A 5 on the river. The double up for Lukas Zaskodny for about a minute until we find something else. Severin shoves with the king 10 of hearts. Good timing on the last name correction. Josef picks up the ace jack in the small blind. The reshove from Josef. That flop's not too much fun right now. Turn card is a king. Severin spikes the king on the turn. That river card is a 10.
40, 50.
2 pair for Severin Schleser.
Kidding around. This has actually been really fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Just a little sleep deprived and cranky. And I have to hang out with Jeff Platt.
Yeah, that is brutal. It's the worst draw of all.
10.5.
After the raise from Lukas, Sam is going to put the rest of the chips in the middle.
I think it's the bob.
Sam advising him. You can't fold. Dear Sam, you're loving the fact that this is even on the table right now.
So maybe it's like king 9 or something after that tank. He does call. Does show the 7s.
Oh, 7.
He does not. A 7 on the flop. Turn card. It's a 5 of hearts, and that'll do it. We say goodbye to Sam Grafton. Out in 5th place. Taking home 220,000 euros. Valiant effort. Really, really fun to watch.
Really well played.
But first, we'll look at our leaderboard. Josef Snejberg on top. More than 200 million in chips. More than 40% of the chips in play. 10-7 of spades for Romain. Going to get the chips in here. 36.7 million. Severin looks down at ace king in the small blind.
Just under 40, I think.
Just in the 40. All in.
36.7. The reshove from Severin. Josef with ace 9 in the big blind. Will lay it down. Romain Lewis. Comes 9-6-7, 9-6-5, excuse me, with one spade.
Equities stay the
Romain
same.
still needs a 7 or a 10 or an 8. Now, turn card.
Okay.
It's a
I get
deuce.
to hit another river.
This is his zone right here.
Pair the board.
When Romain's behind.
Oh my
Hits it! He hits it again!
This is ridiculous.
Romain's river.
That has to be the 7th river he's hit.
He'll raise it to 13.5 million, and Severin has aces in the big blind. He will just make the call, setting the trap with the aces. Oh, and the flop comes queen 10-4. Lukas flops to pair against Severin's aces. This is bad news for Severin. Severin just makes the call. Does have the ace of spades for now.
25.
Calling.
It's about half
There's the
Severin's
shove from
stack.
Severin. The all-in in the call.
Party one. Hold. Oh.
River card. It is the jack. That will do it
Fun, right?
for Severin Schleser.
It happened.
Finished in 25th in the main. Romain shoves with the king 9. Lukas has ace jack in the small blind.
Count, please.
It's a bit more than 80, I think. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Call.
Lukas makes the call. Joseph with the ace 4 of hearts is out of the way, and here we go once again.
Esto Jack do K9 točím.
Oh, ace 7-4, going to be hard for Romain to come back from this one. Before then,
Oh.
oh, he is alive. No way. No way.
I do know my river skills, though. My river skills.
He's
they
at
are
least
pretty good.
95% on
His
this
river skills are elite. Can he do it again? He cannot. That will do it for Romain Lewis. A valiant effort, to say the least. They're sharing a rail for this, sharing a picture. And they're sharing some of the prize pool money. They have made a deal. Lukas, as chip leader, will take home about 807,000 euros. Josef Snejberg, 718K, and they will play for the remaining amount. That would be 100,000 euros. And of course, the title, the trophy. It's Lukas with the jack 10 of spades. I'll make the call. 32 million in chips in the middle. Comes 8-7-4, one spade. Lukas flops a gut shot, backdoor flush draw. Just a backdoor straight draw for Joseph's queen high, which is good right now. Joseph bets 21 million. Lukas check calls. Jack rolls off on the turn. Now a gut shot for Joseph, but Lukas takes the lead with his jacks.
Click.
Lukas makes the call. 130 million in the middle. Biggest pot so far and heads up. Ooh, the river is a queen. Joseph gets there at the end.
It's gonna
How
put
about
most
this
of it.
much? 48 million.
Ale co už.
Mám queenu.
To je dobrá. Ještě říznu.
Did make the call.
Queena 9.
Joseph will take the chip lead. Jack 4 for Joseph on the button.
Jede to.
Back and forth match throughout. Queen Jack 7. Jacks for Joseph. A couple backdoor draws for Lukas. Or could just turn a pair. Deuce is still no good against Joseph's jacks, but he will lead anyways. A bet and a call. River brings an ace. Joseph's jack still good. Lukas checks. Joseph happy to check behind. Happy to increase his chip lead. Joseph limps in on the button with the ace-4 of spades. Lukas has the ace-7 of clubs in the big blind. About 15 bigs. It's going to make it 28 million. All in for Joseph. Lukas makes the call, and here we go. Joseph not in great shape with his ace-4 of spades against Lukas's ace-7 of clubs. Up comes Jack-7 deuce. Turn card is one of those spades. It is the Jack of spades. River card. It is the 10 of diamonds. Lukas's 7s hold up. Lukas now looks at the King-8. Comes ace-8-4, a pair for both.
8 000 jsem chtěl dát jenom. Ty jsi dal 8 milionů, dal 8 000.
Tak já jsem navyšoval.
Tak dorovnal.
Turn is a deuce. Non-threatening card. Lukas's 8 still best. Joseph check calls. Just like that, 80 million in this pot. Oh, the river's another 4. Gin for Joseph. Could represent some missed draws here with this bet. That's 75 million. Almost a pot-sized bet. He does make the call. Joseph gets paid off on the trip 4s and takes that chip lead right back.
And at least he got to turn that into 428K euro. Because if people are going to call you River Romain and you only min cash, that would be kind of embarrassing. You know?
How about this? Queen Jack deuce. 2 pair for Joseph. Lukas flops jacks. Could be in some trouble here. Check calls the 15 million chip bet. Turn is a 4. Joseph's 2 pair still best. 54 million now in the pot. Going for a pretty sizable bet here. It's 46 million. About 80% of the pot.
Bit of a cooler heads up. Both have to have second pair versus 2 pair on a draw heavy board.
River is a 10. Joseph's jacks and deuces are best. 146 million in the middle. And he shoves. If Lukas calls, this tournament is over. And he lays it down.
The river probably helped him get away from
Yeah.
that one a little bit. Some of the draws came in.
All in. Tony, pojď, to se ti bude líbit, to je pro tebe, tahle henda. Vyhrál se, jo? Pojď se. To je pro Tonyho, tahle henda. To jsem nemohl jako si odpustit preflop, no.
Oh, we could get the chips in here, folks.
99.
Lukas with 10s. Joseph will look down at ace-10. Will make the call for all of his chips, and here we go.
All-in call.
It's the flop. Out comes Jack 6-5. A safe one for Lukas. Turn card is a 5.
Kdybych měl Žika 5., tak je hotovo.
He can. From short stack to champion. Lukas Zaskodny will have his name etched on the Party Poker Live Millions Trophy. He wins the Millions Europe main event, the biggest score of his career.